With December the 25th fast approaching, most people are into full-on Christmas shopping mode. And according to a recent survey conducted by credit bureau TransUnion, nearly 65% of Canadian consumers are heading into the holiday shopping season without having saved for it, which could mean a huge financial headache when those Christmas bills start arriving in the mail come January. Joel Burgoyne of Burgoyne & Associates in Steinbach specializes in credit counseling and cautions against the urge to overextend yourself when it comes to gift giving this Christmas.
No one wants to look like they can't afford a Christmas gift. They'd rather put themselves in debt than say, I'm taking a year off Christmas, or I'm not spending as much money. And I think we're all guilty of it. I'm guilty of it. I've done it myself throughout the years, because there are times that are tough when you're starting a family, or when you're a young person, or even when you're in your older ages and getting ready for retirement. There's a lot of expenses there, and sometimes it can be harder, and especially as a grandparent or a mom and dad, you sure wouldn't want to say, I can't afford to get you a Christmas gift this year. So there's a lot of pressure there.
And along with that pressure comes a perceived solution in the form of easily available credit or seemingly painless financing terms on those big-ticket must-have items. But Joel says that the attraction of a 0% financing contract can have enormous pitfalls.
Well, to explain the 0% interest, it's very good if you can pay at the end of the term. Then it benefits people. A lot of people don't use that, though, that have money, because if they have money already, they'll usually pay for it with cash. But there are many instances, and not even just with a $1,000 TV, it can take you 5 years. Some people never pay it off, and they just continue to add debt and just move it around within credit cards or other lines of credit. So some people actually never get rid of some of that debt when they put it on their credit card, because they really don't know where the money's coming from, which is the most dangerous part. I don't think even children of the last 10 years really even know what money looks like to a certain point. It's always about seeing their mom and dad put it on a credit card or a debit card. Even if people are paying cash with their Interact card, they still don't see the actual money. They don't see how it's made. So I think the value of the dollar, just in seeing it, kids just think that it goes on a card and it's not a big deal, and they don't understand that it needs to be paid at the end of the month.
One of the biggest pieces of advice Joel offers Christmas shoppers is to plan for the holiday shopping season just like you would for anything else within your household budget. A concept that these savvy Christmas shoppers have already grabbed onto.
No, I put money aside. So then at the end of the 12 months, I have enough. I'm a wise spender. When I grocery shop, I watch for deals, and same thing with Christmas shopping.
I just put aside $50 every month for presents.
Joel advises setting a strict budget for gift purchases and sticking to it. And if you have to rely on credit to get through the holiday season, you're definitely spending too much.
I usually give about a set amount for, say, nieces and nephews, parents, and then gift exchanges. And then I keep my receipts and I wrap and put things in bags, and I'm done. I'm very budgety. I don't even have a credit card. I only use debit. And I try to shop with cash as much as possible.
According to a study published by the Royal Bank this past October, the average Canadian's non-mortgage debt grew by a staggering 21% this past year, an amount equaling just over $2,700. And if you look at the big picture, the average Canadian now has an average non-mortgage debt of nearly $16,000. Joel Burgoyne says that the inability to pay off that debt can have serious repercussions when it comes to your credit score and ultimately your financial future.
Ultimately, it can definitely keep you from buying absolutely anything, cars, houses. I think we need to do a better job as parents to help our kids and our young adults to show them the value of the dollar and how much it's going to help them in the future. Even nowadays, one of the biggest problems that we're having is young people can't save enough money to even put a proper down payment on a home, and because the value of the home is going up so quickly. And so in order to do that, if you can do that at a young age, you can really get ahead.
In the end, if you want to make it through the holidays financially unscathed, Joel says moderation and a respect for the true meaning of Christmas is key.
I think overall we spend way too much, and I know my family gatherings, we always have way too much food, and we always go overboard with everything because you never want to run out, because that would be terrible. It just doesn't really make sense. We live in such a great country that there's always food, and everyone has the ability to eat and have gifts, and even if they're small, I think we forgot it's the thought that counts and the effort that we put into it.
For Steinbach Online, I'm Karen Black.